What's up? What's up? What's up? Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. Happy 111. Yeah, but 1111's better. 1111. It's better when it's the year, the same month, the same year, the same time. That is the beauty. I don't think you experience that because if you think like, oh, today it's like, oh, January the 11th, okay, that's just normal stuff. I guess that's the beginning stuff because I personally experience the day, the month, the year, and the exact time, like all happening. It's like it's just beautiful. It's so beautiful to capture it. Same thing with 555. Ooh, when you see fives and like the number five 7 times in a row, beautiful, beautiful. Should I try with my ex? Try what? Try to have a baby? Let me see. Let me see. What happened? The other four women didn't work out? Seeing 555 and 22 so much. What's been on your mind when you seen it? We'll see and I'll talk and see each other again. No. No. Will Raymond and I get married? Y'all and y'all questions. No, because y'all ass don't even trust each other. Either you or him run y'all mouth too fucking much. One of y'all have trust issues. Was thinking about a guy when I saw them like almost every time. Oh, you was thinking about a guy? So I could talk about a change that's coming because 5 represents change. You have to be open to change, or talk about closing that relationship. Because if you look at the number 5, especially like the bottom part, talks about open. And then the top part of 5, that top part is it's almost closed in a sense. So, but yeah. Oops. And then what you said 222 could talk about partnership. So it's definitely someone's telling you about your relationship. So it's going to be a change. It's going to go one of those ways. So that's why you're seeing 555 and 222. But yes. Yes, yes. If you're new, welcome. Come right with your energy because I'm going to check you. When I get my disability check. Where's my fucking cut? Does Daryl want to be with me? If he wants to be with you, he should be in the bed with you right now, right? Next, would I get married to Jay by July? Why you put a timeline? How long y'all been together? Too damn long? Because you got somebody else lined up? So you're not even fully committed. I'm just saying. I'm just speaking actually facts. Let me see. Exactly. You got somebody lined up because you got another man hitting you up. Girl, stop. Yes, I get all in that business. When I get the check, I got you. Now, you know, don't be sitting here keeping a promise. I'm a fucking Virgo. Because what you going to give me? A goddamn penny? Sending me a rose? TikTok takes all of it. Stop. Let me see if you can get your disability check. Normally, I don't read those type of questions. Yes, you're going to get your damn disability check. You know damn well you're going to get your fucking check. You just want to fucking sit here and check me. Now that I fucking read you in a sense, let me see when this shit comes. Let me see. Let me see when this shit coming. Cause now, yellow. So in springtime, Just in case this app go away, make sure you follow me on YouTube. It's the same name, Miss Tora 1111. Okay, and then yeah. So therefore, you make sure you follow me, and then you click my link in my bio and send your donation. Okay, come on, be looking for you. Be looking for you. Is my sister Jew happy with me? No, no, they're not. The piece that I'm aiming for, is it closed? But is your pieces more important? All right, then. That's all that matters. If you're new, welcome. Make sure you follow me. Not just on here, but on YouTube as well. Miss Tora 1111. I've been dating a married guy. Do you think we'll be together? Yes, yeah, will be together. Yes. The fuck? You can't even get your own. You can't get your own person? I know they say sharing is caring, but did you ask his wife? Did you ask his wife? Ask his wife. Peace and blessing, everybody. Peace and blessing, Queen. But yeah, did you ask his wife? I'm just being honest. I'm just trying to test y'all boldness, because you ain't that damn bold. Because you know you get your behind whoop, 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 whoop. She said no. I can't answer that. Ooh. Ooh, I just love what I do. Ooh, I like to be in you guys' business. Woo. Let me stop. Ooh, la, 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 la. Show is. Dun, dun, dun. Make sure you guys double tap. Excuse me. Hey, can I get some guidance? Guidance on what? What guidance you need on? Relationship? Matter of fact, you ain't gotta fucking answer that. I got you. I'm about to see what you got going on. Sometimes you need some damn guidance. What happened to your hand? What happened to your right hand? Because you got into someone, 3 people. It's a lot of, it's a lot. I'm not, look, it says, so basically you got to fight with 3 people. That what happened? You don't know where to start. I got you. I'm just that good. So you got to fight with 3 people. That's what fucking happened because I seen 3, not physically. It might as well been physically. You lucky that you didn't get beat. You stood your ground. I see that you stood your ground. But you're a little hot-headed. You hot-headed. You hot-headed. Who is your baby mama? Who's this, your mama or your baby mama? Who is this? Who is this that's not listening? Or who is this woman in your life? 2 women. You got 2 women. Woo. You got problems. Who is this? And the rest of you guys, y'all make sure y'all go ahead and get y'all tea in a sense. Talking about it's a lot. Heartbroken. You don't want to go home to your girl? You don't even want to go home. Because you're causing all that fucking stress. I got you, homie. All you do is you go to job and you be working. You working hard at your job. And you feel like life is slow. And you feel like you're not accomplishing anything. You don't have nobody to motivate you. Seem like you need to change your relationship. Right there. Lonely, depressed. You don't know which way to go. I mean, shit, you're not getting laid as often as you should. You single? You be in situationship, you over here entertaining women in a sense. That's why you feeling the way you feeling, because you over here slinging your eggplant all over the city and shit. And you be carrying all these women burdens and shit. That's why the fuck you going through what you going through. See, talks about eggplant. And now you're trying to figure out which direction you should go. Definitely you need to leave. Definitely. Okay? You need, wherever that life you was going on, you slinging and all that shit, it's time to move. That's why you stuck. Okay? What happened to your parents? Did you lose your parents? Did you lose somebody? Oh, matter of fact, where's your parents? I'm sorry, where's your parents? You're very close to your parents? No, both have issues. Lost a friend. You lost a friend? What do you mean your pump? I mean, shit. You got issues. How your issues different? You talking about your parents got issues? What parents don't have fucking issues? The way I'm looking at your shit. Yeah, this does talk about you lost your friend. Yeah, that's crazy. They look just alike. That's crazy. These two people look just alike. Yeah. Cause it feels like you in a cold. You feel like you're in a cold world. Like you really alone. But I think your friend that I think your friend is here. I think he's like looking out for you. Cause I don't know. I just feel like he was building things. Like he was building legacy or something. Like he not saying he's wealthy. I just think he had a lot of knowledge and stuff that he shared with you, and you rely on him so much, and now that he's gone, it's like, dang, I'm alone. Yeah. But yeah, I'm sorry to hear about your loss. Is there anything I should know or be doing? Yes. That means make sure you follow me. Double tap the screen. Make sure you follow me on YouTube, Miss Tori 1111, and continue to watch me. Okay. Hi, Slay. Thank you for the roses. All right, going back to that dude. Let's see. The advice that I could give you that you should know. I don't know why I thought about your friend. Your friend keeps showing up. That means he's here. Because I was going to say, you should try to talk to your friend. You know how you pray, in a sense? You pray to God, whoever you pray to, or you just talking out loud, in a sense. Do that. Do that. And I know everybody, no matter what people say, no matter what, everybody always talk to themselves out loud, unintentionally. So if you do that and you ask if he's still here, like in front of you, but it takes practice. Don't overdo it. Okay? I guarantee you, he's going to talk to you. You may not necessarily hear it, but it's going to be the thought. Because you're going to think of something and you're like, huh, that's him communicating with you. So, yeah. Mm. And leave that candy alone, too. Leave the candy alone. Let's start with the D. R. Okay? I'm pretty sure you could finish the rest of the words. Next. Can I get some guidance? Guidance on what? That's so generic. So generic. I don't know what you want guidance on. Wants a romantic relationship with me? Probably not. I'm just saying, if you have to sit here and beg. A begging. Wow, this came up twice. So basically saying that this is you. You want this relationship to blossom. He just want to smash. That's what that's saying. Doo-doo. I mean, technically, that is romantic, right? Mm-hmm. It is. It is. Make sure you guys double tap. Double tap. Mm-mm. Hello, how are you? You sound like a robot. You not asking how I'm doing. You just passing by. Bye. La, 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 la. Dun, 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 dun. Hey, what's up? What's funny? So we love new people. Love new people. I always laugh when I come on here. What? Well, I'm glad that you got your laughter in. And may it last forever. You follow me on YouTube? So I think I'm going to start back up on YouTube. Even though that's where I originated from. Can I get love guidance? Love guidance on what? Do you know that's so broadened? No. Until you fucking tell me. Cause love talk about yourself. Love could talk about money. Love could talk about finances. Love talking about for your kids, your parents, your lover, or whoever. So I come with this damn generic shit. You love your ex. What about it? You in love with your ex. Do you see me moving home closer to my family? Do you want to move closer to your family? What's preventing you from doing that? Because if you truly want to live close to your family, then do that. Kind of question is that? Y'all be asking any and every fucking thing. And think that us readers supposed to be like, no, not this reader. No. That's like you asking me, oh, what time is it? But you're too lazy to look at the damn time that's on your phone. I see you taking forever to for you to respond about your question about love. Oh, you talk about your exes. I mean, what about it? What are you really trying to ask me? Cause basically, I know what you're trying to say. Oh, will me and my ex get back together? And that's the question. Cause I feel like your shit gonna be redirected anyway. And matter of fact, why don't you listen to the other readers? They tell you the exact same shit. Obviously, you're not satisfied. You over here trying to try me. Try Jesus. Try him. If you're new, welcome. Make sure you follow me. Follow me like you follow your baby daddy, your baby mama, and your exes. Like somebody follow their damn exes and shit. Talk about love. No, damn well, she knows she ain't supposed to be with her fucking ex in a sense. She just want to make sure that she has somebody for fucking Valentine's Day. It says it right here. Leave that man alone. But she don't want to hear that. Yes, girl, you gonna get back with your ex. Yes. Yes, he's gonna contact you soon. Yes. Yeah, true. Same question. If we will reconcile and we got together in Valentine's Day. I been trying to tell you guys. Look, y'all talk about getting back. The reason why you want to get back with them is so you can have somebody to spend time with on Valentine's Day. When y'all don't even know how to do that shit by yourself. Go to the store, buy yourself some candy and shit. Yeah, that's why y'all be begging. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I just bought myself some Valentine candy. Shit. I brought the Sour Patch. And then I think it was they had the breakup one. My son was like, "Mommy, put that back. That's a depressing candy." I said, "No, the fuck it's not. No, it's not. You know how many heartbreaks? I done broke so many damn hearts. Look, I'm eating this fucking candy. Reese's Cups. Okay, okay. I brought my daughter a big teddy bear last year. Aww. That's so cool. Would love to know if my mom have a message for me. Okay, well, go ask your mom. I know she passed. I know that. Yeah, she's my Valentine's. Oh, yes. That's so cute. Oh, yeah. But yeah. But yeah. Cause last time, I could laugh at it now. You know, it's so crazy when you heal in a sense. You just like nothing doesn't phase you. You just laugh. And this was this is right before I got divorced. Cause we was going through some shit. And I remember because I was heavily being vegan. Cause we got in a big argument. He got me a mug and it says and it has a picture of a donut and it says care. I was mad. Cause I'm like, basically you said you don't care. And he was like, oh, you took it the wrong way. Cause because I know you like funny stuff. I was like, but we going through some shit. Like, I'm barely even talking to you. But at that time, I already knew ahead of time that I was going to leave him in a sense. And I was fed up. Because he bought me a vegan chocolate. It was like over 100 and shit. He's like, you're not going to eat it? I said, no, I'm not. I said, you could take the shit back to the store. I was mad. I ain't get him no cookie or anything. Like, because I haven't touched him in months. Because he thought I was smashing somebody. I mean, I kind of was. But anyways. but anyways, but no, I was just so fucking tired. I'm like, this is like the worst Valentine's Day ever. It was it was bad because I'm like, we're going through so much. You should be trying to, you know, make the situation a little bit better. Not give me a fucking mug that says I don't care. I'm like, okay, you don't care, I don't care. Like he begged me the entire two or 3 days for me to eat the candy. I said, no, I'm not eating that shit. I even threw the shit in the trash can. So, well, he was mad. Because I was at that point where I was just fed up. I was fed up with the relationship. When they said when a woman stop crying and stop caring in a sense, her mind is gone. Yeah, I was gone. I was like, this shit's for the birds. I'm not feeling it. Yeah, he was mad. He was mad. Yep. He was mad. But yeah, that was the last Valentine's. Yep. I think I still have a picture. Let me see. I think I still have a picture of it. And I trying to send to his mom. I said, this is what your son sent me. She said, what does it mean? And she's trying to rationalize, like, oh, it's not what it seems. I'm like, no, lady. No, lady. It's bad. Trying to find it. I think it's in February. When it comes to the words on the cup definitely speaks on how he felt towards you. Shaking my head. The mamas always rationalized. Yeah, she did. She really did. And she was just trying to keep us together. But I just knew that I was gonna leave. I was gonna leave him. And it was crazy because even years back, because we was in Cali, Disneyland. We got in an argument. He got in the car, put the kids in the car, and he drove off. As he drove off, the door, because I was putting my daughter in, she was an infant, it hit my hip, and I fell to the ground. And everybody just looked. And a couple people was rushing to see if I was okay, because it hit pretty fast. I mean, pretty hard, I'm sorry. And, like, it was hard for me to walk. And so the lady was like, are you okay? I'm like, I'm okay. And, she kept talking to me. And she was like, where you stay? And I was like, oh, we stay in a hotel, blah, blah, blah. She's like, okay. And I never got in a car of a stranger. I never did that. But for some reason, she just comforted me. So I got in the car and I'm seeing her crying in a sense. I'm like, damn, this man don't hit me with a fucking car. And I'm literally putting my daughter, she's an infant, in the fucking car and he hit me. You know what I'm saying? And as I was driving, she was like, if you don't leave that man, you're gonna be 6 feet under. Mind you, I was young and all that shit. And it kind of stuck with me for a while. And so I can't remember the entire conversation, but I just remember that piece. I went to the hotel. He wasn't there. I think like an hour later or so, he came back into the room. He said, where were you? He said, I went back to the scene. I was looking for you. And I was just in such a disbelief. And yeah. So basically what I was saying, basically what I'm going with that is sometimes the strangers are your guardian angel. They're like warning you. And mind you, I was getting these warnings. This is before I became, spiritual. Because I knew that he wasn't the person I was supposed to be for the rest of my life. Even though he said that he can't see nobody else in his life but me. And I was like, no, I don't feel that way. I don't. And I remember when I was going on my deployment, I was going to be leaving for 11 months. Long ass deployment. And I remember hugging him. This was right before I got on my flight to go overseas. And I remember this feeling, something was like loud and clear. And it says, this will be the last time you will ever feel this way. Like everything is okay. I was like, damn, that shit is loud. Like it's a microphone. I'm not a microphone. Intercom came on. I'm like, okay, whatever. Maybe I'm just tripping. And then, of course, shit happened. Middle of my deployment. He spent my money. He was using for his rap videos. He would use my money to hire females to be in his video. He will not only pay them, but he will pay for their clothes. He will buy like equipments for his music stuff, and they would shoot videos. So mind you, there's these girls shaking their behind, and half of their cheek is out. How do I know this? Because we have what's called R&R, it's rest and recoup. So in the middle of those 11 months, I'm able to come back to the States and spend 2 weeks. So he was showing me all this stuff and showing me a video. That's how I knew. And so I was like, you had all this shit going on while the kids was upstairs? Yeah. And on top of that, he brought his cousin to live in the house. And his cousin just living scot-free in a sense, driving my car. One night, I asked my ex-husband at that time, husband at that time, I'm like, where's my car? Because I love my Jeep, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, so where's your cousin? He was like, well, I'm not his keeper. I'm thinking to myself, motherfucker, that's my Jeep. Like, you need to go, if your cousin got my fucking Jeep, you need to fucking get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm paying the shit. You know what I'm saying? And so he didn't even do that. And just so much shit was happening. And so it was like whatever. And he started spending my money. And he was counting my money. He said, "Hey, I know you missing like $500 some. What he didn't know is I was putting money aside because my money was going so fast. Mind you, I'm the one that paid the bills and all the shit. And I was like, I can't, if I spend a little bit of money, he would just like question it. I'm thinking to myself, I fucking work hard. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm working for like 4 to like 7, 8 o'clock at night. And sometimes on the weekend, because I'm in a leadership position. And I want to take I mean, I earn it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't sit here and just be working and just give you guys the fucking money. Like, fuck no. So, but yeah, he was counting my money. So I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and put this money aside. Put it in a whole different account and all that shit. So he won't even fucking see it. And when I got back in a sense, things was just getting worse and worse. And I was like, oh my goodness. And I just knew it like, yeah. It's like, hey, I guess Spirit, they was introduce himself, like, hey, we was warning you. Like, this is not going to end. I know you want to stay in this relationship, but you can't stay in the relationship. And even his mom was trying to keep us together. Like, at one point, I had his shit packed. And I was video chatting her, like, yeah, this is your son's shit. I'm just waiting for him to come get his shit. And she was like, okay. Because everybody thought I lost my mind. It's like, no, I ain't lose my mind. I was done. And there was times she came in a dream and she was trying to get us to come together. I said, see, he don't even want to talk to me. And yeah, things just kept getting bad and bad to a point where I was getting like that final warning, just like, hey, you about to be expired. It's just like, oh shit, like shit just got crazier and crazier. But I said, yeah, I gotta think about my life. But I had to go through a lot of shit to a point where a DV happened. And oh my goodness, DV had happened. And when that happened, of course I called for help. And the police came. And because I was a service member and because I didn't file a protection order, because, you know, he went back to another state, they was like, we're going to apprehend you. I never, ever got in trouble with the law or anything like that. So that was, let me back up. That public humiliation, I experienced that when I was in high school because everybody will always make fun of me. Everybody. But looking back, it's because everybody knew that I was different. It's because of my energy. So people look at me as weird. So that's how you know you're chosen, because you're just different. So, but going back to the story, I was brought, my memory was brought back to what happened in high school. And so, but this was like really bad because everybody in the neighborhood came outside pretending to water grass, pretending to like wash windows and all this shit. And they watched me getting the cuffs on. And my ex at the time was laughing. He was laughing. He was like on the phone with somebody like, yeah, I was trying to get the kids and oh my God, they put handcuffs on her and blah, 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 blah. And mind you, I was just horrified. I really was. Because at that moment, I just wanted to escape. At that moment, I want to leave everything. I just wanted to vanish. But I had to think about my kids. Because at that point, I was not thinking about my kids. I was thinking about something else. But something was like, you got to think about the kids. You know, you're going to get through this. When I say I went through some dark times, definitely went through some dark times. To a point where I was like, okay, let me just go ghost. And I ghosted his mom and all that stuff. And I remember, because I said I love her. I said, even if I don't ever speak to you, you know, I'm good. And she's like, well, how am I supposed to see my grandkids? I'm like, your son is still alive. Like, you're going to have to go through your son, because I just can't. Because I felt like the entire family was like, not saying against me, but it was just a lot of pressure because they were trying to keep us together because, you know, we're the first to last this long and all that stuff. They're looking at us as being successful and shit like that. But she just did not know what was happening behind closed doors. And I was like, no, I'm done. I'm done. And she's very spiritual because like months went by I think she knew that she was going to pass because she actually summoned me, because she came to me in my dream and she's like, I want to talk to you. And I just have this urgent of like, I should reach out. And I ended up reaching out. She cried in a sense, and we started talking. And she said, "No, I understand why you left my son." And she said, "Are you happy?" The moment she said that, I started to cry because I felt more relieved, because I want her to understand that it was the hardest decision I had to make, but at the same time, I was going on a different path because Spirit was trying to push me. And me being with her son, it was just going to hinder. It really was. Because um, um, I thought I was stopping him as far as like his dream, his aspiration. And I was like, well, I don't want to continue to be in the way of that. So let me remove that. But in reality, I was removing myself because I was going on this journey. And yeah, so I guess to say all of this is that when people's like, oh, when y'all be coming with y'all questions and shit like that, and when you start experience, those things, and then when you start getting on the other side, you look at things very differently. And it's just like, damn. But at the same time, I'm thankful for those experiences and those things that he did to me, because he actually made me a better person. He actually pushed me on this path. And it's crazy because he's a Scorpio. They about rebirthing and shit like that. Like, I needed him to break me and help me remember who I am. Because I wasn't nothing when I was with him. I was just functioning. I was just like almost like a robot in a sense. But I was like, no, I need to wake the fuck up. And that's exactly what I did. Exactly what I did. But it's crazy because after we had spoke, she passed about 7 months later. And I guess she knew that I was spiritual, because when I first saw her for the first time on video chat, I saw she really didn't, her hair was really short, but I seen this white long hair. And I was like, oh, snap. And then we talked about, her seeing her grandkids in a sense. And I was like, just ask her how she was doing. And, I don't think she should have be going to the hospital getting treatment while her grandkids are still there. She's like, yeah, I don't think I'm a, go through that. And then that's when I heard on the other side in the spirit realm, somebody was like, well, you was going to give up anyway. I said, damn, that's fucking harsh. And I guess she knew that, oh shit, she really gifted. And then that's when it's like we was having a conversation, but she was telling me telepathically, like, hey, I want you to get along with my son. I was like, fuck. I said, look, I'll try, but I'm still going to protect myself. And so, so fast forward to the summer, she saw the grandkids and all that stuff. Even though it was sad, but it was beautiful, because she got everything she asked for, like her last request. And she wanted to spend some time with her grandkids. And my grandkids was the last ones that she had. And basically it been fulfilled. And I guess one of her wishes, her final wishes, is that when she passed, she wants to be surrounded by her family. And that is exactly what happened. And even though my kids, they never experienced that, but her passing, in a sense, like, I was really happy. Not say I was happy when she passed, but I was happy that that she was happy because she released me, and it's like I almost released her in a sense because she had her final wish. It was interesting because the moment she passed, my son was like, "Hey, mommy, she's passed," and I was like, "Oh my goodness!" And I seen in real time that she was reunited with her mom, and it was so beautiful because it's like she's like, "Mama," and I just started crying. It's like, oh my goodness, this is so beautiful, so beautiful. So, do I believe there's something on the other side? Absolutely, absolutely. And homegirl wasn't even cold. She already came visiting me, and she had a welcome ceremony. She really did, and she invited me because I'm like, okay, because I seen like a big table. I seen all this food. I don't seen all these people and stuff. She's like, help yourself. I was like, okay. So I'm sitting here helping myself. Like I had the food in my hand, but I really like I wanted the food, but I didn't want the food. And I just seen this book stand, and I'm picking up books, and I'm just reading. Well, trying to read, but there was no words on it. So I guess that's her way of saying that, I can help you in your journey if you need me. Yep. It's amazing how everything is just so connected. But yep. Oops. Dang. What do you guys think? I know I just been rumbling my mouth. Mm-mm. Dun, 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 dun. Ooh. Mm. Snap. Very interesting. I believe I had some spiritual going on, but it's all a blur now for the years. I feel like you chose you, and that's what you're supposed to do. Yeah. It was a hard choice. It was very hard. Um, because I got married, I think at 19, and he was my the reason why I married him because he really didn't even propose to me. It's crazy. He was the first one that gave me attention. You're right. Strangers that comes to you are guardian angels. Absolutely. And yeah, and it's crazy because he asked me to be his girlfriend. Okay, cool, cool, cool. And I was moving to a different location, and I was like, oh, I think we should get married. And that's how it happened. And even on our wedding day, I feel like he just took it as a joke, but I really took it serious. And looking back, well, when I was going through my healing, starting a healing journey, the reason why I, married him is because I was looking for someone to give me that love and attention that I was lacking from my own mom. So in the midst of the divorce, I had to go back and visit my mom and tell her these things, even though my mama rejected me. And it's crazy. We both fucking Virgos. Like our birthday is like next door to each other. He was he's an October Scorpio. And so I told my mom, I said, look, I have to get this off my chest. And I did. I got off my chest. And I said, now I realize the reason why I married him is because of you. And hey, I forgive you and let's just move on. And of course, she's stuck in her ways. And I'm like, I'm going to go ahead and give you a eulogy. So, yeah, it's just crazy. You met him for a reason. Everything is defined, definitely connected. Right? Yes, I absolutely, and I don't regret. If I had to do everything over again, I would. And I feel like I had to, mainly, it's crazy. It's like I had to use him to not only produce 3 beautiful children, but also mainly to connect with his mom. Mainly connected with her. Because she was the key to my life. She really was. Even though she made me feel family in a sense, because she's the glue to the family. And they always welcome me. Like I never had those problems like people's like, oh, my in-laws don't like me and all that stuff. No, they really love me. And I never experienced that with my own family. But I always felt out of place in a sense. Like I know they love me in a sense, but I just don't. I really just like I still feel like an outsider. Like I'm trying to, be blended in a sense, but it's just really hard. Because we spend most of the time with, that side of family instead of with mine. It should have been a balance. But then I look back, like I'm glad that it was spent more with the family because he used to talking about, oh, my family this, my family that. I'm like, look, we could fucking change family. Okay, so what? Your mama boyfriend took a belt and boom, boom, boom. Instead of my family sitting here stealing from each other, one cousin sitting here, pull a little toy out on his brother in front of everybody. Like, come on. Yo. Like the black sheep. Exactly. I get it. I have that in-law problem. Yeah. And so y'all know I'm from Georgia. And his family's from Louisiana. So the cooking is totally different. Totally different. And so I want to try to hurt his mama feelings, but I think she was making baked spaghetti. And she's like, you don't like it? I'm like, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. I don't like no. Oh, don't let me get about fucking spaghetti. Like when I first cooked, me and my ex, when we first moved in an apartment, I cooked some spaghetti traditional, the ground beef, the noodles, the tomatoes, those things. Tell me why we argued for a whole goddamn hour. Because he wants some damn hot dogs and that shit. And then he wants to add some sugar for some so you won't have heartburn. I said, we ain't old. We ain't not fucking, we 20. I ain't worried about no damn heartburn. And plus, I'm not eating no fucking wiener in these damn spaghetti and shit. Like, no. And so I had to learn how to compromise. But yeah, I guess apparently they add a little sugar and shit, but I understand that certain things have sugar, but damn, not to a point where the shit is sweet. I don't want to eat no sweet spaghetti. But yeah. But yeah. With the in-law family, like they're amazing. They really are. And I think that's why his mom was trying to keep us, because it's like, we always look up to you guys and y'all doing something. I'm just so proud. I was like, no, it's time. And I didn't know that the divorce would affect the entire family. When I tell you it affected, it really did. It got to a point where once I decided like, hey, I can't do this no more. I feel guided towards the move on. You know what I'm saying? And even though they're trying to hold on to me, it's like I can't. Like I can't. I can no longer be here. So the family started changing because she passed. I think a year later. No, I think a year or two later. Um, I think a year later, after the divorce was finalized, because he was dragging the divorce. He really was. He dragged it. He dragged it, and that's how, like most people, when you go at your lowest, you start going to tarot readers in a sense, and um, and I went to like two different readers. They pretty much said the exact same thing. They say, yeah, y'all not gonna last. Y'all wasn't supposed to last this long. But y'all not gonna be together. But at that time, everything was good. And I stuck with this one tarot reader. She's amazing. She's the one that really helped me. She really told me the truth in a sense. And I like her because she helped me through my darkest time. Like, I paid a girl every month. I paid her every single month because I needed to know. And she's the reason why that I do this. Because I like the fact that she was like my counselor. And she got me, even though, she reads like most people, like, oh, the nine, for example, nine of sword. But she used different cards, like the peep or something. I don't know. She used different type of cards. And I'm thinking to myself, girl, I don't care about the damn meanest of cards. But she talked to me for like an hour and she was guiding me a lot of things. And a lot of stuff she was saying came fruition, for real. And I really needed that. And I was like, you know what? I really love her. And I said, you know what? I really want to do what she did. Not knowing that I was already on my journey to do that. And I'm glad that I listened to her because she's like, if you want to get a quick divorce, he's going to get what he wants. And you're going to be suffering. But if you drag this out to the end, you're going to get everything you wanted and more. Because I was kept wondering why he keep dragging this out. Because she's like, yeah, this divorce is going to drag out for a year. I said, a year? The fuck? So you tell me I got to walk around wearing his fucking name and I can't be myself? She's like, yeah, it takes time. And I remember, like, I always seen signs. Like, I always seen my maiden name. And I guess the universe, like saying, it's coming. Just be patient, be patient. And sure enough, a year later, like, basically, I make the impossible possible. And it's crazy because even my own lawyers were trying to turn against me towards the end. Well, most people, for you guys, with me being in the military, I already had like 15 years in at that time. So, and retirement is big for us. So, especially when you do 20 years and stuff, and if you get out, you get compensated. So, there's like a percentage. So, he wanted my percentage. But think about it, it's not that much. So, but yet he has his own money in a sense that he gets for the rest of his life. But it's a different type of paycheck. So he has all this money and he still want to take my money, but yet I was going to have custody of the kids. Like, how that shit supposed to happen? And so my lawyer was like, yeah, he's entitled. I think you should just, give it to him. I'm like, no. I said, he want the fight. We're going to go to fucking court because you told me, hey, I'm going to need you to fight. Because at one point, I cussed my lawyer out for a whole 5 minutes straight. When I said the demon came out of me, the demon came out of me. I didn't give two fucks. Like, when I said I was with rage, I was rage. I said, you dragging your foot. I said, you better get this shit done. I wouldn't put it past. I probably made her cry. She probably went. I already seen a vision of her going to the bathroom crying. Because I was very vocal, very very vocal. Cause I'm like, this shit is dragging too long. I ain't paying you. Cause it seemed like you trying to cooperate with him. No. So, because they didn't want to take the shit to court, they just like, ugh. Like, no, he wants to take the shit to court. He wants a painting that, oh, I'm this damn soldier with so many problems in a sense. But yeah, he used to be a soldier. So he knows how this shit works. But he was trying to take me. He said himself, yeah, I was just trying to take her. I said, oh yeah, yeah, okay, cool. No, I'm gonna take you down. And at the end, he didn't get my retirement check. I get to keep it because I work hard. I really work hard because he don't get to see as a woman like me, color, going to the workplace and dealing with those things that I was dealing with. Especially when it's male predominant. Like it's a lot that goes on. A lot of responsibility, a lot of shit, expectation. It was really, really it was really bad. And then come home and you can't really talk about that to him because he don't want to hear about it. He don't want to hear it. He don't want to hear about my day when I just need a release. That's why I was hitting up the other guy. He was able to release me both ways. Physically and mentally. That's what I needed. but but yeah. So but at the end everything yes. But at the end everything worked itself out. Everything did. And the judge, I mean not the judge, both lawyers were like shocked, like, oh my goodness, how's this possible? She got everything. When I tell you I clean him out, I clean him out. Clean him. Clean him. And then that's when karma, I learned about karma for real. I started paying attention. When I tell you karma, she went to work on him, I said, oh shit. I said, whoa, that's a little bit too harsh. They're like, nah. That's karma. And my ancestors were like, hey, he was playing with you. We had to sit here and fucking watch him torturing you and all types of shit. Like, nah. And it was crazy because after a year later, after the ruling, I think a year later, yeah, his mom passed, unfortunately. I said, damn. And I felt really bad. I did not expect her to pass. It's crazy because I remember saying that I don't know what I'm doing as a wife. Here's your son. Take your son. Then she gonna sit here and pass on me. Like, no, I'm throwing my son back to you. Like, really, lady? Really? I told her, I said, I don't want those responsibility. You're gonna have to find another woman to take care of him and all that stuff. Cause I don't. Cause I'm not doing that. Because yeah. And she still come from time to time. She be come to me with requests. Was it like a few weeks ago? She want me to I guess he's trying to see the kids for the Christmas break. Because when I try to reason with him, he just I said, no, we're going through the divorce decree. We're gonna follow to the shit to the T. Okay? And I stand on it. My word is my bond. And so he wanted to get them for 1 week. I was like, no. The divorce decree says 2 weeks. He's like, I can't get it for a week. 2 weeks. And because I had to check the divorce decree. And her picture fell on the floor. I said, look at you. And I was reading the paper. Yeah. But she's clever. Because she worked through my son. And so my son was like, oh, I want to go to the movies. I said, yeah, we go to the movies. I was like, I don't know if you're going to agree to this, but can our dad come? I was like, sure. You know what I'm saying? And they was like, okay. So he got the opportunity to see the kids. But that motherfucker, he won't sit next to me. When I tell you he avoid me like a plague, he avoid me like a plague. Cause you thought I'm the bad person. And it's just so crazy. Like, dang. It's almost like he's scared of me, in a sense. I'm pretty sure he's scared of me. So his family. Cause I feel like his sister think that I'm responsible for all of this shit that just went down. Like, just things just not being the same since I exit. And I said, I have nothing to do with that. Nothing. I had to do what's best for me, and I'll just get in the message. And I think that's why she's treating me a little bit differently. And I get it, that's her brother, and she will always stick by her brother. And I'm not going to deteriorate from that. But at the same time, you don't absolutely know the truth. So, but that don't mean you should, like, things just not going to be the same. Like, I'm cordial in a sense. And I always tell my kids, hey, always stay in contact with that side of family and all that stuff. It's just I'm no longer part of it. But I do put rules on her. Because she would call my kids middle of their dinner time and all that stuff. Like, girl, stop calling. You call them on the weekend. Because they got a set schedule. And then she stopped calling all together. So she called them when they with their daddy. Because she used to send package. Because I thought she was being petty. Because she would put the last name. She'll put, like, for example, the Addams family. And just like, no, she don't put the Addams family. She'll put, like, the Addams kids. I'm like, that's so disrespectful. You put the Addams kids. You could have just put the kid's name. Like, oh okay. Okay. But yes. I'm saying all of this because like I said, that's a little bit of the shit that I went through before I hit my spiritual journey. So when your life started changing like the craziness, it just like take you to your lowest point, and you just go through so fucking much to a point where you just become numb in a sense. And that's why when people come on here and trying to, troll me or trying to comfort me in a sense, I just laugh about it because I'm like, I already been through the worst. Or if you could sit here and say, oh, the devil in a sense. Okay, well, what you did not know, I summoned the devil. Because I was at that point, I was so fucking mad. I said, you know what, devil, you keep fucking playing with me. I said, when I go to fucking sleep, your ass better show up. When I say I was on that time, I was on that time. It's just crazy. And looking back, the journey was very beautiful. Very, very, very beautiful. I'm grateful for my ex did the shit to me. It helped me to set boundaries because I didn't have no boundaries. I would let people run me over like it's no fucking tomorrow. And it's okay because sometimes I could just go out and just be normal and just try to be friendly, but people take it like they're intimidated by me or they just super scared because they look like I'm about to, pound on them. But I'm really not. But I learned that it's just my energy. It's just like, hey, don't try me. Because if you try me, then, your life may not be the same. So I learned to embrace it. And no matter how hard I was trying to fit into society or to people in a sense, I'm just not that. And I had to learn that. It took my entire life to learn that. Like, it is okay to be different. It's okay to have flaws. It's okay. Like, everything's okay. Like, everything is perfect the way it is. The way God made us. And I would say that my life has changed drastically for the better. And I have able to accomplish things that I never thought I could accomplish or achieve. Even the things that I asked for, it's like I got something better in return. So it's more like everything's catching up on me because they saw that, yes, you went through these decades of going through this shit and you have really survived. Now this is your reward in a sense. So everything is catching up to me. And I'm really enjoying life. Yes, it has its moments where, like, dang, I want to do this, I want to do that, but it's a matter of the timing piece. And I'm very grateful, for those people that came into my life, especially that tarot reader. She just changed everything. And I say, I love that. I love that she's able to just to help me. And I said, I want to give back. And that's what jumpstart my journey of doing this tarot reading, is to really give back. Not sit here, entertain these little damn questions in a sense. I feel like that's for other readers. They could do that. But for me, because I know my purpose in a sense, this is what I was meant to do. So yeah. Meant to do that. For the rest of my life. For the rest of my life. And no, I don't talk to her. I don't know, maybe something had happened, because I think with everything said and done after the divorce, I think I reached out. We were supposed to talk, but something happened. And I haven't talked to her since. And then I was introduced to another person. She really helped me with my journey, because I did most of the work, but it was more like refining. And she did some work on me, so I can, speed up the healing process. Because I'm telling you, it was crazy. People was coming out of woodwork. Like, my childhood best friend came out and just trying to talk. I was like, girl, I don't like your energy. Like, that girl was trying to follow me in a sense. Like, on social media, I said no. My first love ever, my boyfriend, he came out of woodwork. I cussed his ass out. I done read him and cussed his ass out. Like, nah. Then I met my twin flame. Yeah, trying to close the chapter with my mom. There's just so much was happening. All at once. But it was to clear all those energies, just closing those doors. So therefore, other doors can open. And ever since then, them doors be open left and right. I said, oh. Just when I thought I got a grips on this. Just like, nope. Universe opened this door and this door. I just been loving it ever since. Loving it. What's up? Ooh. Yep. And no, I was not expected to share my story. But it's good because it's a small handful of you guys. It's better than sharing the entire, thousands of people in a sense. So basically, I guess the whole point of this, no matter what you're going through, you gave me some new to say, Miss Tori. Yeah, no matter what you're going through, there's always a light at the end of the tunnel. And I never understood that. I thought that was full of shit. But no. But you have to go through some shit to get to it. Just like, damn, when I tell you I had to put in that work, I literally had to put in that work. Because shit, I almost went to fucking Mexico. When I tell y'all it was that bad, I remember when I was going through the shit, I was going through shit. The kids was in the house. I was about to get in my car and just drive. When I say I had lost my mind, I literally lost my mind. Like, it was just too much. Too much. Even though I had the support in the sense, but the support I really need, I had to do that alone. Like, literally. Because it was bad. And I'm glad I made the right choice. Because if I haven't, I won't be here talking to you guys today. I really wouldn't. Boom, boom. Well, I guess my event was canceled today because we just got additional snow. Definitely a sign from the universe, I tell you that. That's like the second I've been like purchasing tickets for an event. I mean, luckily it's not that much. But for some reason I don't end up going. I said, ooh. And this is the second time this happened. Because since it's snowing in a sense, there's no way. It's not worth it's not worth trying to go to the event. Especially if people not really used to snow. It's like it's a no. Yeah, I'm trying to see if I can get a refund. Mm. What is this one? Mm. And a chick in the rehab. Mm-hmm. Inclement. Y'all have any plans today? You have to work. No, you have to work. Are you a nurse? Because I get a lot of nurses on here. Dealing with insurance. Ooh, that sounds like a headache. It is. Yeah, I was reading something about, people in California that was affected, and then I guess some insurance will like cancel their policy. I think that's messed up. That's really messed up. How you just gonna cancel their policy in the midst of crisis? Because you knew. Well, I guess they was afraid to get bankrupted. What kind of insurance you do? Marketplace. So you just healthcare. Oh, okay. So I don't know nothing about that. I just know the TRICARE. That's the only insurance. So you just help people get the best insurance based on their condition. Yes, ma'am. I help the consumer apply for insurance, and I'll let them know if they qualify for it. Do not request to join my live. You have to pay, and it's 1K, and I'm not capping. Yes, it's a fee. Mm-mm. Medicaid or the tax credit to help lower their monthly premium. That sounds interesting. It's crazy because I did trying to remember. Because I do have a bachelor's in healthcare administrative. So I think we talk about some of this stuff, but that was like so centuries ago. Like 2011 when I got that degree. Because I was like, yeah, I want to do that. And yeah. Are you dealing with Obamacare? Yeah, because I had a friend because I guess they was under a new contract. They want her to pay $700 some dollars, but they weren't even paying her that much. Yeah, she was quoted $700, but she ended up leaving that position, and she actually got her a GS job. I have to go to surgery on Monday for my leg. I found out I have clogged artery. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yes, 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 yes. Send you positive vibes, positive vibes. You're gonna be fine. They're gonna unclog it. You know, it's interesting, because you know I'm a Reiki practitioner, so I do like a lot of energy work. And I was watching. It's kind of crazy, like the shit that came across my path like 2 years ago. Now I'm revisiting it. I guess it's all about the timing. And I'm doing this different type of energy work, pancreas healing, and it's like really powerful. And let me see if I can find the book. So I've been guided to do this pancreas healing, and what it is, it's like Reiki, but it's more advanced. So, because it's some of the stuff that I've already been doing anyway, especially like when I get clients in a sense that like, hey, I'm having like, sleep problems, and I'm like, okay, and I'm able to, fix it, and then I fix other areas without unintentionally. And yeah, this is like some really powerful stuff. And like I got the basic, because it does take a lot. It's a lot of stuff I have to do. But by 80% I already know how to do, because I was already doing it. And it's really interesting to the point where I got the advance. So what it is uses the source, right? And then it just used me as the vessel. So the energy is channeled through, then it goes to you. Almost similar like Reiki, but it's much on a deep surface. So like it cures, well, I don't want to really say cure, but it helps like people with cancer, people with, shit that got eczema in here, anything you could think of, even pimples. I don't know if you can see like pimples. Like it is crazy. And I find it so fascinated. What else they got? Let me see, because you say you got a clog in your arteries. I haven't got to that point yet. I remember, was it last week, my son always be using me. He literally do. He literally put me to work. He was having cold because he has asthma and shit like that. And so I went to work on him. He was like, "Mommy, I'm dizzy." I said, oh shit. But I realized that it was so much energy that I was pushing in his body. And because I did it one time, but I think it was a little light. But then I think he got a little worse. So then I did it again. And I was like, oh shoot, this hand was like almost like fire in a sense. And I went to work on him for like maybe 20 or 30 minutes. He was like, "Mommy, I'm dizzy," because he was laying down. I said, okay, cool. Let me continue to work on you. I worked on that boy. Tell him why that boy fell asleep. And he slept the entire night because he didn't even wake up after I was finished with him. He woke up. He said, "Mama, I feel a lot better." I said, whoa. So that's what I want to do. I think that's where I'm guided to. And we have 11 chakras instead of 7, which is interesting. Trying to see if there's anything for artery. Clog in your arteries. Oh, then they have A's in here. I didn't know they had A's. That's interesting. Let's see, 122. Wow, that's crazy. Purifying the blood. That's crazy. But yeah, I think like once I continue to go through this training, then I'll be offering a service. Definitely be offering a service to help people with medical condition. When I say it's crazy, it's crazy. So it's very powerful. This pancreatic healing. I stumbled on it because I was looking at one of the goddess that I was working with, and I guess in order for you to work with them, there's certain things. I'm sorry, I'll take that back. I guess to make it potent in a sense, you do this, and then you do the stream Brazil, right? Which is a goddess Lakshman. So she brings in prosperity. So I did a couple of times, and it like really worked. But when I started looking a little bit more into it, because the guy was like, yeah, I do it. I use this for my business. I use this to heal people's back pain in a sense. I'm like, let me take a look at this shit. So I took a look at it. I said, oh, okay. Start doing the stuff. And his was more, he did the best he could. But I know us Virgos, we found flaws in everything. But when I actually look at the trainer, I was like, yeah, because I want to follow to the T. And I was like, yeah, that one works, especially like the breathing techniques and stuff, because I had problems with that. And because the guy that was showing me in the video, the guy that I was talking to, he didn't really fully explain it. He just said, oh, just, inhale and exhale and all that shit. But when I was reading the book, it's just like, it's way more to that. Like you're supposed to put your tongue underneath your roof. When you inhale, your belly's supposed to be sucked in like this right here. That's how you're supposed to breathe, and that's how you're supposed to exhale at the same time. And those are the key points because you're activating. You're activating. But yeah, it's very, very interesting. But you say you have calcium built up? Because I seen something with... Damn, I thought I had the index. Where is the index? Okay, there we go. You said in your leg? Maybe it's in this book. Clock right here, page 5 and 8. Did I put that in there? I sure did. And yes, I got to use. You see everybody on. Whoever using this book, they was highlighting. I'm not looking for the color. Purifying 121. That's probably what you need, a purifier. 121. Purifying is energize the lungs through the back lungs. Okay, that's for the lungs. Need to look more for your legs. But yeah, like once I start get the basics down, will you be open to me trying it on you? It'll be for free. It'll be for free. Because I'm working on my son with his eczema. Because he's like, Mommy, when you going to do it? You need to get in the books. I was like, dang, boy. I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to the other person. Because you asked, will I see John today? You need to go to another reader. Wow, and they mentioned the Bible stuff in here too. It talks about karma. Some serious elements are due to negative deeds, thoughts, and feeling in the present and past of the patient, or negative karma. This is why after healing, Jesus usually says your sins are forgiven. But not all serious alignment are due to negative karma. No healer should ever turn away a patient just because he thinks the alignment due to negative karma. Actually, there's a few, and it goes on a long list. But they don't like heavily talk about, the Bible and stuff like that. This is basically like all spiritual stuff. They got Buddha and all that stuff in here. But yeah, I want to try it on you. Because you probably be the first, like the complete case. Because I'm trying to work my way up. Because I know I can do like if I'm able to do my son, like heal him with his cold, asthma. Because, when you have those two combined, oh my goodness. It's a lot. It's a lot. And it's crazy because I used to do Reiki on him. Because I remember he was really bad. And maybe because the technique was off, or I don't know, maybe because something was missing, or it was too severe, where he ended up had to go to the emergency room, even though they really didn't do anything. Really didn't. But this time, when I did this on him, less than 12 hours, he was almost back to normal. And he continued to improve because I was worried. I was like, oh my goodness, he probably going to revert back, but he never did. So I'm like, dang. So yeah, now I'm trying to cure his eczema. Cause that's a big one. That's a big one. Yeah. Because I'm just that type. I just don't believe. I get it. Like some medicine that you may need, it may benefit, but it's always have adverse action. You know, you could be taking medicine your for your heart, but then you end up having stomach problems because of the medicine, or it's making you depressed in a sense. You know what I'm saying? Like I always think that medicine is always in the food and plant, basically Mother Nature. I always believe that. But yes, they have and I like the story they told that they had a person, they broke a bone, where they broke their hip. And the doctor told them that probably like within 2 months, they would just stand. So this guy, he learned how to do this. And this is a regular person, not talking about the author. And within a month of doing this, his wife was able to walk. Like literally walk. It's like it's crazy. That's why I believe everything is energy. Everything. One 119, 120. Yeah. Even cures sunburn. Like, it's just powerful. Very powerful. Here we go. Eczema and other minor skin allergies. Who was the guy? Oh, it was the author was telling a story about a guy that this happened to. Do not invite me to your show. You have to pay me. But this is the author. This is the one that discovered it. The headland. Okay, so that's for bladder. Okay, this one for gallbladder. But it's somewhere in the book, but he has it's somewhere in this book, but not this one. Books are good. Yes, they're good. And normally I don't read books because people's like, do you ever read books? I said, yeah, I read books about making money. Everybody's looking at me all crazy. Because, they expect me to say, oh, you should read books about leadership and all that shit. Like, no, I don't read that shit. Because I don't need to read that. Because I see everything in plain sight. Like, everything. So, it's been a hot minute since I picked up a book. And I could say that when I started my spiritual journey, I started picking up books. Like, I even have one about tarot cards and shit like that. That's when I was trying to learn how to fucking read the tarot cards. Yeah. I was like, no. Now I'm trying to figure out how to get rid of them. And now I'm reading books like these. I mean, read them online in a sense, like on Kindle, Amazon Kindle is good, but it's always good to have a hard copy. So you already see me tabbing because I always do a quick reference. And this one I tab because it talks about the chakras. So there's like 11 chakras in our body because we always talk 7. And these are the chakras. So each of them do different things. When it comes to like trying to, heal you in a sense, then that's where I will concentrate on. So no one really talks about the back ones, which those are pretty interesting. And then it targets different diseases in a sense or illness. Like for example, like the back heart chakra, that could still target, asthma or any, lung problems, not just the front, which I always, for some reason, thought that I only concentrate on the front. And I said, I didn't know there was back one. So when I did it on my son, because I work on the front part of his body, his chakras, and then I told him to turn over and lay on his stomach, and I started working on the back. I said, oh, I got it now. Like I got it. I got it. But yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I always got to refer back to the breathing method. I always got to refer back. And this is a different type of grounding as well. So it talks about that. But yeah. Do with trees. So this is the one I'm probably gonna work with, the trees. But yeah. But it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Really like it. It's a lot to learn. And you have to stay on top of it as well. Dun, dun, dun. I would love that. Absolutely. So make sure you just follow me on YouTube. Cause like I said, I really haven't tap into the energy as far as like what's going to happen with TikTok. Matter of fact, let me do a reading. Let me see if I can tap in again. Because I normally don't tap in a lot of shit. I just tap into, the things you guys ask me on here or, my own shit. But I don't use tarot cards for myself. I rarely don't. I just ask and, oh shit. It's blown out. I usually just ask and I immediately get an answer. Let's see. Oops. Let's see. TikTok ban. Dun, 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 dun. I guess it says it's going to stay for now. For the moment, it's going to stay because I see this right here. I see this right here. It's interesting because I feel like this is TikTok right here. This is more like a celebration right here. And then this other person's like, yeah, whatever. That type. So, yeah. Mm. Mm. Ooh. Mm. Ooh, the president came up. I don't know what that means. Ooh. I ain't gonna tell y'all about that either. I can't tell you what I just picked up. Interesting. 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 I would love that. Thank you for telling me information about the incoming president. And no, I'm not going to share what I picked up. Well, what was just told to me. But yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Like I said, that's the current energy. Anything could change. Anything could change. Nothing's not set in stone. A V. Big celebration. That's two confirmation right there. Oh yeah, but still follow me on YouTube. Cause I be trying to post the replays. As y'all know, YouTube is a lot of it's different. It's not on, like here on TikTok, you just post a video and boom. On there you really gotta put in that work. So but yeah. So we can stay in contact if you wish to do so. It's the same name, Miss Tori 1111. All right. Well, I'm about to log off. And I hope you guys have an amazing day. Bye.